guy, a familiar face, Ben Case. No, Tom Selleck is with us. And Tom, it's great to have you again here, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. You enjoying the convention so far?
I'm having a ball. I mean, it's fun, and there's too much to see, and you never have time to see it all. So, and there's always a lot of people that want to say something nice, and I try to explain that if I sit down too long and talk, I won't get to see any guns. So.
I understand. Well, we're gonna keep you here for a couple of minutes, but
yeah,
I promise we're gonna let you get to go see some guns too. You were here last year, and we got a chance to talk to you about a donation that you had made to the National Firearms Museum.
Yeah.
What made you decide that that was something you wanted to do?
Well, number one, having visited the NRA Museum in Fairfax, it's just and I encourage more people to do it because. Man, it's just a great spot, and there's so much history there, and it supports the NRA. I just thought, I wasn't presumptuous enough to think they'd want my guns, but when I found out they did, I couldn't think of a better place to have them. At that point, it came time where I felt I'd had the pleasure of owning these guns long enough after the movies, and made the donation. And people have come up to me and I've kind of shared it with people, and they get to see them. And I'm very proud of all those guns because they're accurate.
The gift that you made qualified you to be a member of something that's called the Ring of Freedom, which I don't know we've spent a lot of time on Cam and Company talking about.
We haven't.
Ben Case with the NRA's Office of Advancement is with us too. And Ben, if you can, tell us a little bit about what the Ring of Freedom is.
Ring of Freedom is a new donor recognition society that we formed this past year, and as you mentioned, Tom is a charter member of it. We have two primary levels for it. People who give us $1,000 in a year are members of the Loyalty Fund, all the way up to $100,000. People who leave us lifetime gifts of over $100,000 become members in the Liberty Fund for the Ring of Freedom. We do a number of events across the nation for them, including an event, Tom, that we'd love to have you attend, which is at annual meeting, Friday evening of the annual meeting. I think it's about May 16th or so.
Ask me about 3 weeks ahead of time. I'll find out whether I work freelance, so I never know.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we're real excited about the Ring of Freedom and the number of people. We have over 300, 400 members in it already, people that really are eager to support the NRA and our cause and what we do. And of course, one of the great things that people can support as a part of this is the NRA Foundation. The Ring of Freedom recognizes anyone who supports any part of the NRA, but the NRA Foundation really is all about the programs, including the museum, which it supports, as well as things for youth and women and everything else. So it's a great program.
Well, and in talking to Wayne LaPierre, as much as the NRA is grateful and relies on the grassroots support of individual members, historically, at the place we're at now with the needs and the threats that are out there to our civil liberties, those who can step up and donate to the foundation, what the NRA really needs now is to increase what they call its endowment. I'm no rocket scientist in this area, but what they need is a large sum eventually put away, where the NRA can plan a lot of activities, both in firearm safety and certainly political activities, which are extremely important, off the interest of that. And at this point, the NRA is under-endowed, so I've been trying to help encourage only those who can afford it. Everybody's grateful for the ordinary dues-paying member, and that's enough for most people. But those who can, when they make their charitable contributions, whether it's to their local hospital or any given cause, I hope they think about the NRA Foundation and the good work we do in the NRA along with it.
Absolutely. And you just mentioned the threats that are out there. I've got a lot of young kids at home. I've got 5 kids, and 3 of them are under the age of 7. And it's very important to me that they have the same freedoms that I have. And in fact, I'd love it if they didn't have to fight as hard as we're fighting right now to preserve our freedoms. How important is it to you, Tom, that the youth programs are out there, that new gun owners, female gun owners are coming in?
The female gun owners have kind of taken to firearm ownership enthusiastically, and it's real important. They're I think, instinctively better shots than men. It's real important that the youth movements in the NRA youth programs, that's our future. You walk around to a lot of gun shows and you see we're all not getting any younger. And for people who are exposed to firearms and firearm safety, and for a young person to be supervised by an adult and be given the responsibility of operating and taking care of a firearm, it is an enormous positive step in a mentoring relationship, and that leads to committed members when they grow up. And freedom isn't free, and it never stays free, and it requires constant vigilance, which the NRA is really the only organization I know of that is consistently out there fighting not just for the Second Amendment, but for Chuck was very good at tying the Second Amendment to the entire Bill of Rights. Those things were put there for a reason, and it usually says government shall not, and we need to remember that.
Absolutely. And Ben, we were talking about with the Ring of Freedom, all of the different programs that can benefit from this, whether it is youth programs. The Whittington Center is one of the programs that benefits from the Ring of Freedom.
Civil Rights Defense Fund.
I killed my first elk there.
Did you really?
Yeah. Whittington Center is gorgeous. I mean, it's 38,000
They have
acres
fantastic target ranges. You can shoot any kind of firearm. It's a place people, again, ought to visit.
Oh, yeah.
And hopefully in the future we will also celebrate the Ring of Freedom and a lot of the individuals who've been kind enough and thoughtful enough to make significant contributions to the NRA Foundation.
But there were hundreds of youth out at the Whittington Center last summer for the Youth Hunter Education Challenge.
Yeah. It's a great program.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, you mentioned that we have a challenge gift.
Oh, yeah?
From August Bush. He's given us $250,000 and challenged us to raise $500,000 for the YHEC program, the Youth Hunter Education Program. So
really?
We're in the process of gearing that up right now. We haven't really launched it yet, but we've got to get it done in 2008. So we'll be talking a lot about that.
All right. So if folks want to learn more about what they can do to help, is there a number?
You know the
website?
number. 877 NRA Give. Right, Tom? Tom calls me on that number all the time.
Yeah, I do.
Tom, stop calling me on the 877 number. 877.
The writers aren't striking. I'm laid off at the moment, so I haven't called.